There was once a gardener named Seth who was always in trouble and tired, but tried not to show it. Seth worked with his good friend Sam, also a gardener, on a rooftop garden. Sam was always obedient and thirsty, but that's what kept them different from each other. One hot summer day, their manager, Hubert, told them that he wanted the whole garden weeded and ready for visitors to enjoy by the end of the day. This made Seth and Sam hate Hubert even more. They had to work on the hottest day of the year, with direct sunlight beating on them all day long, with only one break throughout the entire time. But they started working on it right away. After working a while, Seth was starting to regret using his break earlier for taking a nap, because now he was more tired than ever from working in the sun. Suddenly he got a clever idea. While he was working with the roses, he got pricked by one of the thorns, and it badly hurt his hand. He turned to the new guy, Harry, for help. Harry thought this was serious and told him to go down into the basement for the first aid kit right away. Harry even said he would come for him. This annoyed Sam because he was working beside Seth the whole time and didn't see any thorns on the roses after he just trimmed them all. This started to make Sam suspicious. In the basement, Seth found himself a nice flower bed to sleep on. After a while, he finally woke up to the sound of an air conditioning vent turning on. When he saw what time it was, he realized that he had slept through the heat of the day. So he decided he could return to the garden. When he remembered that the elevator was set to visitors' hours, so he could only get up from someone coming down. That could take forever, he thought, but the only other way up is the stairs, and there's too many to go up to get to the top. So he figured he could wait in the air conditioning until someone came down. After a while, though, Seth got hungry, so he called Sam. But while it was ringing, he thought the only reason Sam would even think of coming down during work hours would be for a nice tall glass of ice water. So Seth told him that in the basement was a nice cooler filled with water. The thought of water made the sweat on his face even hotter and thirstier than before, so he agreed to come down. Sam told Harry that he was going to help Seth with his hand, so Harry agreed to cover for him as well, because he was so motivated for getting it done. When Sam got down to the basement, Seth smiled and told him the water station was around the corner. Seth's mind was set to the thought of water that he didn't even care about the smirk Seth had just gave him. When Sam left, Seth quickly got into the elevator before the door shut. Wake up. Seth realized that he had to go past Hubert, so he came up with a quick lie. When the doors opened, Seth spotted Hubert next to the vending machine. He told Hubert that he saw Sam go down to the basement and was taking a second break. This made Hubert get angry, so he hurried down to the break room. Seth figured that he didn't want his friend to get fired because of him, so he called Sam and told him that their manager was on the elevator right now coming to get him. After being disappointed by the water, Sam's anger allowed him to act quickly, so he ran up the stairs fast. Seth stopped Sam on the main floor by the vending machine and told him the whole story over a nice big cup of water. From that day on, the two friends think about the elevator chase and how they acted for each other.